of everyone's favorite soap opera, Beaver Pines.
Yeah.
We are so happy to have you here today and looking forward to a great show. My name is Darcy Molessi, and I play town matriarch Olivia Oyle. Now, normally I'm not the host of the show like this, but our production assistant was unfortunately struck by another case of alcohol-induced amnesia. So I'm filling in for him today. Now, as I mentioned, this is a live filming of the show, and that means that all of your voices are going to be heard to the folks out in television land in their homes. So it's going to be very important that your voices are warmed up and audible so everybody watching TV at home can hear you. So I'm going to help you with that. Now, as you know, Beaver Pines is chock full of shocking revelations. So I'd like, oh, you guys are almost ready already. Yes. So I'd like you to imagine that you're watching and you hear the most shocking reveal that you've ever heard. And at the count of 3, what are we going to hear? 1, 2, 3. Okay, you don't even need more warming up, but we're going to do it anyway. All right. So now, a big part of Beaver Pines are the romances, the love interests. Yeah, you're so good. So imagine now that your 2 favorite characters have just admitted that they are madly in love with each other. What are you going to say? All right, and lastly, and maybe some people find this to be their favorite part of Beaver Pines, are the villains.
Oh.
There's no shortage of those. Now imagine that the worst villain has just done the most heinous thing imaginable to your favorite character. What are you going to say? Okay, perfect. You guys got it. This is what we need to hear throughout the show so that the audience at home knows that we really are live. Now, I do have a few announcements to make, or actually just a couple. One is that our show, as you probably know, is sponsored by a particular product. And I just want to test you guys out to make sure you know what that product is today on this beautiful day in 1960. So what product is sponsoring our show today?
Cozies for children.
Wait, what was that? Cozies?
JC's Cozies.
JC's Cozies. Okay. That is correct. I'm amazed that you actually knew that. All right. So I would like to thank JC Cozies for bringing the show together today. And next, I'd like to tell you that this show is filmed 5 days a week, which means we have a lot of lines to remember. And sometimes, well, we need a little help. This is the little help. So you may notice that some of the actors go to the bowl and read from a line there, and that's just because, you know, we need a little help with the script. So that's what we're doing. Now, without further ado, I would love for you to meet the people of Beaver Pines.
Maurice Jackson, World War II veteran and a family settling down with Olivia.
Matthew, known as Maddie, the town homosexual.
Violet Black, 3-time grieving widow, constantly searching for her next big love.
Dr. Robert Easton, doctor of Beaver Pines, and my wife was abducted by aliens.
Dottie Eastman, medicated housewife, who was last seen in a beam floating up to an alien spaceship.
Jackson, contraband dealer, gang member.
Beverly Vanderglen, widow and owner of Beaver Pines gas station.
Rusty Connor, ex-con, 25 years for murder. madly in love with Beverly, just hoping for a second chance.
In last episode, we left Rusty and Beverly looking like their relationship had been cemented finally, until Rusty announced that he had something to tell her. What does he have to tell her? Well, sit back and you're going to find out here in this episode of Beaver Pines, brought to you by J.C. Coases.
Oh, Rusty, now that my dead husband, Glenn, is actually dead, I believe our future together is actually possible.
Oh, I can't believe it, Beverly. It's the only thing I ever wanted. And yet, there's something else I haven't told you yet.
What is it, Rusty?
Beverly, it's about your gas station.
My gas station.
Look, Beverly, I know how important it is to you to be one of the few women in Beaver Pines who owns your own business.
It's very important. It means everything to me.
I know, but please, Beverly, hear me out. You know, when I was in prison for 25 years, there are very few ways to stay sane, locked up like that. And one of the only ways I had to entertain myself was with this weekly poker game that some of the guys would get together and play. I mean, at first it was just for cigarettes and shivs, but after a while, I don't know, Beverly, I got bitten by the bug. I got addicted. I was a gambling addict for the last 13 years of my life in prison.
Well, Rusty, what does gambling have to do with my gas station?
Well, you see, when I got out, I broke the habit, and I was going to stay clean for you, I swear I was, but the last few nights, with everything going so crazy the way it was, I was taking a walk, and I passed the Grand Casino over in Pacheco Hills. And there was a game going on.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I felt the pull, Beverly.
Oh.
And I walked in. And I sat down, and before I knew it, I was just betting after betting after betting. And for a while I was up, but you know how it is after all. I lost everything. But then the last hand, Beverly, I had a full house, Beverly. But the only thing I can bet to match the pot was the deed to your gas station.
Rusty, I trusted you. I trusted you when I let you sign on to the deed. I trusted that after Glenn was gone and I knew he wouldn't take the gas station from me, I thought the only person in the world that I could trust is Rusty. Rusty, how could you do this?
I had a full house, Beverly, a full house.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. When you go back to our double wide, it's going to be an empty house. Robert?
Look, I know I owe you an apology for accusing you of killing my father, but now that vengeance has been served, we can finally be together.
But you didn't believe me when I told you I was innocent. I'm having a hard time reconnecting with you.
Well, I've had a hard time connecting with you. You're still caught up on your wife who's with aliens. But she hasn't been back for almost 8 days. Isn't it time to move on?
Listen, Violet. Give me your hands. The past that we had was a dream come true.
And sexy.
Don't tempt me, Violet. I swear to God.
It's what I do best. And now that my daddy issues have been resolved, I feel a sense of freedom. Like I can love again. Like I need to love again.
And God knows I want to take you in my arms right now, but I can't. Because I made a vow to my wife.
Don't make me say what you know gets you where I want you every single time. I saw Elvis gyrating outside the local soda fountain shop and I could have died.
I do remember that night. It was the best night of my life. Well, there's only one thing I can say to that. I don't care if you don't like fish. You eat it, kids, or I'm going fishing.
I'll eat whatever fish you I will eat tuna out of the newly canned foods that we now have these days. I will eat shrimp. I will eat salmon.
Stop it!
I will eat...
No! Stop it! Listen.
I will rub it all over my body for you.
I had a dream last night.
What?
An alien came to me in a dream. I was standing right here in the living room, and it told me in exactly this spot, I will be taken aboard the ship.
What did the alien look like?
4 arms.
Did it have a coma?
Yes, it did.
Oh no!
You should listen to me.
Don't look at
I need my wife! Where is she? Bring her back to me!
Your wife is down in...
Get out of this daydream!
No!
It's fake. I'm real. And now that the mayor is dead and Olivia has dropped out of the race, we finally can have the power in this town. You can finally claim power to this town that you ultimately deserve. You can rule the town with me by your side. This is what Beaver Pines needs.
But what if she comes back?
Then we'll deal with her.
What if I open the door and she's right here standing here?
That's a what if.
In the dream she was there.
It's a dream, Robert.
I'm opening the door.
You see? Nothing. It's time to accept that she's gone.
Maybe you're right. I need to marry.
Honey, I'm so excited about our big day coming up.
I am too, Olivia. I'm sorry, I just have something on my mind.
You don't look excited. What's going on?
No, I truly am. Come, give me your hands. I really am excited about our big wedding. It's just that I just came back from Dr. Easton's.
Oh no, what is it?
You know how he's been examining me for the last 20 years since I got back from the war.
I know. You have so many issues. Is it the leg that's missing?
No.
Is it your lack of testicles?
No.
Is it that you have heart problems?
No. Olivia! It's my kidney. In fact, both of my kidneys, they're bad, Olivia.
Oh no.
Yes.
It's not terminal, is it?
Well, it is, unfortunately, because the only way that I could be saved is if I had blood relatives in Beaver Pines, but you know I'm an only child. And Dr. Eastman gave me 2 days to live.
No! It's in 3 days. You can't at least last 4.
Olivia, ever since I came back from the war, my only dream was to find a woman that loves me and love her with all my heart. And to settle down, find a house in the corner of Herrera Street, whatever.
Herrera.
Yes. And garden every Sunday, and have children, and a dog, perhaps a cat. But that dream is not meant to be, Olivia. I'm dying.
No worries. Oh, you smell terribly. Here,
Terrible.
have a cigarette.
Dr. Eastman gave me a whole pack. It doesn't work. Nothing will, short of a kidney transplant. It's a new thing they found. They can take someone's kidney and put it in your body, and it will function as long as you have the same blood type or something.
If only I were your sister.
Now that we got off.
But I would. I'd give you my kidney. And if there's a way that I could give you my kidney, I would. Maybe we could talk to Dr. Eastman about it, but know that I'll do anything to keep you alive.
Wee Willies, Olive. How did you learn to type 120 words per minute? How did you learn to type 120 words per minute?
You know how? Because I wanted to write to you when you were in the war.
I know that. I got all of your letters. Every single one of them. All perfectly spelled.
Type with love. Maurice, I can't let you go. If you're going to die, I'm going to die with you.
No!
Yes!
No, you can't,
I
Olive.
have to.
You have so much to live for.
Not if
Look
you're
out
not
there.
around.
Olive, come. Look out there. Valerie-Yield-on-Green. There's a house right there in the corner. It's 2 stories high. Little white picket fence.
Oh, I see it.
There's already a dog in it. I'm sure someone owns it. But we could own it at least for 2 days. Let's live our dream as if I had all the time in the world.
Let's do it.
Should be arriving any minute now.
Jack.
Beverly, come on in. Can I get you a drink?
Sure. Something really hard. Rusty did it. He did it this time. He really broke my heart. Jack, I need to ask you a favor. I know you've got connections. And I know you can help me. I need that gas station. And I don't know who was there that day, gambling with Rusty, but I thought maybe you would know. I thought maybe whoever it was, I could work something out with them.
Beverly, I know who it was.
Who was it?
It was me. Now, what's the difference between leaded and unleaded? 'Cause I've just been putting the leaded one in people's tanks.
You know, you'd like to know all that, wouldn't you? You'd like to know how to actually fill the pump up when it gets empty.
I figured that one out. You just take another pump, you put it in that pump's hole, and then you have an infinite amount of gas.
Jack, what do you think you're doing? You think that you can take over my gas station that I spent 20 years in a loveless marriage just to inherit? And now you're going to try to steal it away from me? How dare you?
I didn't steal it, Beverly. I won it fair and square from Rusty in that casino.
It's not fair. It's not fair, damn it. It's not fair at all. I haven't heard that one before. If you stick around in Beaver Pines, you'll hear a lot of amazing things. I haven't heard that before. That you won a gas station fair and square. Not fair, Jack. And I'm just warning you now. If you want to keep that gas station up and running without any, I would say, skips or faults or strange explosions, I'd advise you to put that gas station back in my name. You know, it's dangerous to smoke around gas stations.
I didn't know that.
Robert, I bought you this new jacket. Fit for mayor. Don't you feel powerful in it?
I do.
Last night was amazing.
It
I'm
was.
so glad you came back over.
It was amazing, Violet.
wrong?
I had another dream. This
Another
time,
dream?
yeah.
I mean, oh, tell me about it.
This time Dorothea was in there too, in front of the aliens.
Your wife, Dorothea, that was abducted by aliens?
That's right. Dorothea, are you okay?
I'm okay.
No, don't go, Dorothea. Come back to me.
I'll only come back to you when you do something for me.
What is it that you want?
What is it that she wants?
Kill Violet.
Robert, what was that? I think I misheard something.
She said, plant violets in the garden.
I did not violets. Aw, that would be so sweet.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great to have violet in the dirt?
Yeah, like in a garden for us to paint.
Yeah, that's a deep hole. I like to have a strong, deep hole, 6 feet under.
Sweetie, I made your favorite dinner for you.
Really?
Yeah. Meatloaf. Extra saucy.
Oh,
Extra.
I can just hug you right now.
Oh, so rough. I even put some fish in it. Just for you.
You know, Violet, this is all great, and you want me to run for mayor and all, but I don't think I'm cut out for this. I think you're the one that should do it. You're the one that's always coming up with the passion and the ideas. You've always been the smart one. So.
I have always been the smart one.
And a female mayor. This town has never had one.
I mean, that was the case, but.
But what?
There's one thing I've been meaning to talk to you about before we proceed in this union. I need to know about your 5th divorce. And I need you to have your 6th divorce. You need to divorce your wife while she's up in space.
I can't do that. She needs to sign the papers. Listen, the only way I can do this is if I somehow get to her, and I think there might be a way. I'll be right back.
2 days.
2 days.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, but you don't have to feel bad for me, Maddie. I'm gonna make use of those 2 days like you wouldn't believe.
I bet you will. I just feel bad. You know, the last time we really talked, I don't know that I gave you the respect you deserved. I mean, you were talking about how maybe my brother Jack wasn't such a great influence, and maybe all the criminal activity and the gangs and the drugs was something I should try and leave out of my life. And I kind of pushed you away, but everything that's been going on, I don't mean to put this on you with your recent diagnosis, but...
No, of course not.
I mean, now he's really killed the mayor, and...
Maddie, I can see you're distraught. Like I said before, you look up to your brother, and he has shown his true face.
All I'm saying is I think you might have been right. I think maybe Jack and I could use some distance.
Yeah.
But I think more than that, he's got to do time for something.
Yeah.
For any one of the number of things that she's done.
You need to tell the police about it. I know that it's difficult for you, son, but it's your responsibility. This is the only way you can be free of Jack. Go. Tell them what your brother has done. Live your life. Just like I will live mine.
It means so much to me. Everything you've ever done. I don't know what I'll do.
We can hug after.
Maurice,
Rusty, this is a surprise.
I heard.
Oh, yes.
Well, how can this be?
Well, the way the Dr. Eastman put it is that when I was there in D-Day, jumping off the boats, little pieces of shrapnel came into my kidneys. 1 on the right, 3 on the left. And it turns out that the amount of shrapnel that your kidneys can take is limited to 1. And so it was a ticking time bomb, you see.
I understand that you'll be able to live if somebody can donate a kidney to you. Yes, Rusty, but it only works if they're blood related. Like a brother. Yes, like a brother that you never knew you had.
Rusty, what are you saying?
You know how you and I grew up together, Jack? Living next door to each other? Best friends?
Yes, of course.
You know how I always said I wished your father was my father because my father was so absent and neglectful?
Yes, it was very strange that you lived by yourself at such a young age.
Your father is my father.
Olivia! I came as soon as I heard. Listen, since you're my maid of honor, I need you to be able to do this quickly. We got to get married right away, Maurice and I, so we can move into our house and kick out the people who live there now. And I need you to help me. I can't do it by myself.
We can make this happen. We will let you have your wedding day.
Thank you so much.
And while we're here getting along, and since I'm
like finished.
I wanted to talk to you about that. Me and Robert, I know you have a history, but we've rekindled our relationship. I figured you would be supportive since you and Maurice are back together.
Of course, and you know, Robert and I, we're just good friends now. I don't carry the torch for him.
That's good. He has been acting up a bit lately. He's been digging this really big hole in the backyard. And he keeps talking about his wife. Up with the aliens. You don't think it's possible she'll come back, right? Dorothea?
Well, given that she was abducted by aliens, I kind of think anything's possible.
Do you think he'd go back to her?
Violet, you know how Dr. Eastman is. He tends to flit from woman to woman like a butterfly. I'm only telling you this because you're my best friend.
Well, what do you think I should do? I really do love him.
Maybe we should make it a double wedding? You know, you can get a quick divorce in Mexico City via phone.
Really? Can I get him divorced for him, or does he have to do it? Maybe we can trick him.
I think you need to trick him. Because, I gotta be honest with you, I think on some level, he still loves her.
Divorce in Mexico City by phone? It is.
All right.
Rusty, come on in. Thanks for moving out of our place and letting me stay here.
Beverly, you know what's happening with Maurice, right?
I do.
Well, I'm going to be able to save him. I'm Maurice's brother, and I can donate a kidney, and the insurance is going to pay $60,000 for it. You understand what that means? All I have to do is give him my kidney, and I can buy back the gas station for it.
Rusty, but then what about your own kidneys? Don't you need both of them?
Unfortunately, I only have one to begin with.
Is that why you always walked strangely hunched to one side? Oh my God. Because you were missing that one organ.
Yes.
Oh, Rusty.
That's why every time I went to church and I heard the organ play, it would be particularly meaningful.
Rusty, you can't do this.
I have to do it.
No.
I think if I love you as much as I claim to, as much as I believe, then I'll be able to live without any kidneys at all.
I suppose if you used filtered cigarettes, you could help do the work of a kidney.
I want to do this for you, Beverly. I want to give my one remaining kidney to my recently disclosed brother. I want to live without any kidney functions at all.
No!
Yes,
No!
because that's how much I love you.
Rusty!
Beverly.
Rusty,
Beverly.
you've made so many mistakes. And you wear your heart on the sleeve of your shirt when you should be wearing a kidney. Rusty.
Beverly, please. Please, Beverly. Where did you get that picture of my daughter?
Give it back.
Why were you holding on to this picture of my daughter?
Because, Rusty, I was never ever able to have children of my own. And I always felt so bad for what happened to her.
She always looked up to you like a niece or an older sister or maybe like a mom.
I know, I always thought, don't look up to me as a niece.
I'm having a bile reaction.
Oh dear.
It's okay.
But Rusty, little Becky, I look at her picture, Becky's picture, and I think about us when we were that age, Rusty, when we would play on the playground together, and you would always come over and stand up for me when the other kids were bullying me.
Remember that time I punched Ross Yagoda in the mouth and I knocked out his tooth?
I do. I was just so smitten. When you did that, I knew you were the one for me.
You know what? I still have his tooth right here. Real gold.
Rusty, that's beautiful. That's the most romantic thing I've ever heard.
Okay, I'm ready to go back down now. And what was it that you wanted me to say to them again? Oh, okay, right. Oh, I forgot you don't talk. You're very wide-eyed aliens. Okay.
Go back, go back.
Okay, I'm ready to go in now.
There. Before you leave.
I guess we won't take turns anymore.
Why don't you shut up? Do we have to take turns all this time? This is why none of our abductees want to stay.
I wish I wasn't attached to you.
I'm sorry that I broke your spaceship. And then, I'm sorry about all the other mayhem I've caused. Are you sure that I can't stay any longer and help clean things up? I could really try.
No, we had enough damages. And you really should go back to Earth. You had a life, and we done enough.
No, really not that much of a life. I could stay here.
No. You need to go back and find your husband and make that relationship work. Yeah.
I hadn't really thought about that.
Remember, he must do anything to clear the obstacles in your way, especially kill Violet.
I don't like violet flowers very much. I mean, I really prefer roses.
Kill Violet! The woman who has usurped your place.
Okay.
Yeah!
I don't know what to do. Kill the black woman? Dorothea, where are you? Dorothea! Wait, is this you? Is it really you?
It is me.
It's not a dream?
Is this really you?
It is me.
And you're not an alien, right?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
That's what I did.
So it worked.
Oh my God, what did I do to you? Have a seat. You want a drink? What did they do to you? Tell me everything.
Well, first they came, they took me up, and they said that they had very important messages for me.
Like what?
For our planet, for Earth, that it's in danger. And I asked how I can save it, and they told me, please never say you'll come back, ever again, ever. I just don't understand. I really was trying to help every which way I could, but just a lot of unfortunate accidents happened.
I'm just so excited you're back.
Yes.
I saw you in a dream. You told me to kill Violet.
Yes, you must kill Violet.
I will.
Hi, sweetie.
Violet,
Oh,
look who's back. Isn't it amazing?
yes.
Why don't you join her with a drink? Can I pour you a drink?
Hi, Dolly. It's so good to see you back from the spaceship. Funny enough,
Would you care for some?
we should have a celebratory drink because that divorce that you asked for actually went through. It's right here. I got it from Mexico City. Express delivery. See? Divorced.
You divorced me?
Well, we just talked about it briefly. I was just thinking about it. You went ahead and did it?
Well, yes, and one more celebratory drink.
Turn around while I pour your drink.
Tomorrow, you and I and Olivia and Maurice are having a double wedding. Maybe you can officiate. That would be sweet.
Make sure you don't turn around.
Have you ever gone
They say
skydiving
it's
before,
bad luck
Violet?
to see a drink being poured.
As much as I love a drink, I just really want to make sure I fit into my wedding dress tomorrow.
Damn it.
I'll leave you two to, I don't know, finish the...
I gave her a strong sedative. This won't kill her. But quickly, we gotta get her downstairs.
Oh, hi, Jack. I wonder if you could fill up my tank with some premium unleaded. Do you have that in your gas station? Oh, oops.
No smoking?
Sorry, forgot. How's it going, Jack?
Beverly, to be honest, I have no idea how to run a business.
Well, I can see that. I can see that you've lowered the price of gas to 3 cents a gallon. You're never going to make any money that way. And this tank says -2 cents.
Look, I thought that if I charged the lowest prices, then everyone would come here. But then everyone did come here, except I charged less than the gas cost to purchase, so I was losing money. And the more customers I have, the more money I lost. It doesn't make any sense.
Jack, I know it's hard. It involves numbers. Like addition and multiplication.
I didn't get that far.
Jack, you're not going to make it. This gas station is going to fail. Just admit it. You made a mistake.
I made a mistake winning that game.
You did. It was the wrong thing to do.
Beverly, I need this gas station. I need something.
Jack, you've got so much going for you. All those sideline drug deals and illicit materials that you sell on the side.
My own brother just turned me in for murder.
Oh. So it was true. You did kill the mayor with a cigar to the throat?
Yes.
You know, I suppose there are ways to get you off without having to serve time.
Yeah, well, I thought, gang member, not such a good look. Business owner? A local establishment? Who would want to put that guy away? Just because, I don't know, he killed the mayor.
Well, perhaps I should let you in on something. Do you mind if I open the safe for just a moment and show you something?
We have a safe?
Yes, it's right here under the desk.
Oh.
Here it is. This is a title to half the gas station, written out to a Mr. Longorio, major mob figure. Now, if your gas station doesn't improve in 18 months or so, I suppose Mr. Longorio will come looking for the rest of his money. Are you sure you're up for that?
I don't even know if we're going to be in business in 18 months, let alone me being in prison.
Well, listen to this. You don't want Mr. Longorio coming after you and pulling off all your fingernails, like he did to my dead husband, Glenn, when we owed money. And I suspect you should make a deal with me. You're not going to get this business running properly unless you have somebody that knows what they're doing. And that's me.
Fine, I'll sell it back to you. But I'm not willing to compromise. I want exactly $61,000.
61.
I don't understand, Rusty. My brother?
Yeah. I'm not just your best friend, I'm your brother. You must have a lot of questions.
I do. First and foremost, why didn't you join me in the war? We were both there in that line, and you said, well, my bloodline isn't capable of it, or something like that.
Yeah.
Something about the foot and genetics. But it's not, it's alive.
Well, it was the foot, it was the genetics, and it was the one kidney thing. They didn't like that. But the real truth is, I was scared, Maurice. I was scared. I'm just not brave like you are. Look, I didn't just like you because we played together. I liked you because I always respected you. You had courage that I never had. I looked up to you.
And I looked up to you. You're so smart. You were always good with numbers. We made a good team, but
Yeah.
I missed you in the war, man.
I'm going to make up for it now, Maurice. I'm going to save your life.
But you only have one kidney.
I know, but
That
even
means-
if I'm not able to live with any kidney, and we don't know if that's true, but even if it turns out I can't, I'd be happy dying for you.
Rusty, you can't die.
Why? What am I? All I am is a waste of life. I don't have to take up space in a jail cell anymore. They can give it to someone else. I don't have to spend my life rolling around this town being bumped from woman to woman because nobody loves me.
What about Beverly?
Beverly.
She loves you.
I know. And if it works out that you can take my kidney and I can keep living and Beverly takes me back, then that would be great.
You are dreaming. It's a pipe dream. You know that you can't live with just one kidney.
Maurice, I've already scheduled the surgery.
Rusty, how could you?
And now, a word from our sponsor, C.J. Cozies. Hey! Well, hello, everybody. My name's Chad Peterson, and I play Rusty Connor on television's Beverly Pines.
And my name is Harry Norton, and I play Jack. Now, I believe they're called J.C. Cozies.
I was testing you.
Now, across the pond where I'm from, they are called C.J. Cozies, but they're just not as cozy over there as they're here in the States.
Absolutely. You know, folks out there in television land, it's getting cold out there. And I don't know about you, but when I wake up on a cold morning, right under my underpants, I like to put on a nice fuzzy pair of CJ cozies.
Well, so do I. Whenever I'm sleeping in my bed, like this, all tucked up and slumbering, I'm wearing my CJ cozies. Aren't they lovely? Look at the patterns.
They absolutely are. You know, right now, you could get 4 CJ cozies for just 25 cents. Why don't you wrap yourself in that cozy and I'll rub you?
You know what's even better than a CJ cozy? The American version, the JC cozy, the one where they're loaded.
Absolutely. Sometimes when I'm rubbing a fella in cozies, I don't care what they're called.
JC cozies.
Come on. And now, have a great 15-minute intermission.
How could you?
I did, Maurice. I scheduled the surgery, but perhaps not in the way you're imagining.
What do you mean by that?
You might notice that the bar is empty, the door is locked, and all the blinds are drawn.
That was slightly strange.
No hospital, it turns out, would take a kidney from a man who only has one.
What are you saying, Rusty?
I'm saying that I broke into Dr. Eastman's surgical supply cabinet, and I stole these scalpels and suture kits.
You know that I was an army medic, but this is crazy.
We're gonna do that operation right now! Right here!
Fine. This is for the equipment.
We could probably use the sanitizing effect of the booze also.
Yes.
It's been a long time we've been friends, Maurice.
It has been. And you have to know that I really appreciate this.
You remember that time when Stephen Slater was building a treehouse? Remember how his father had that really beautiful backyard with all of those trees?
Yes, I remember. And we used to break into that yard and climb the trees together.
And then, remember they were starting that club where everybody was going to swear allegiance forever, and they were going to play a lot of punch ball together, but they wouldn't let you in.
Yeah, I remember, but then you got me in.
Sure I did.
And wait, little to the right, little to the right. That's it, you got it. Open the flap, open the flap. Wait, don't yank. Just twist and pull, twist and pull.
All right. Anyway, you remember how I went right up to Stephen and I said, look, any club that doesn't have my friend in it,
Yeah?
is no friend of mine.
I remember. Now go sit down.
Well, I want you to know that I never regretted that.
You know, ever since that day, I always thought of you as kind of a big brother to me, which is ironic, because you kind of are. Wait, wrong side, sorry. You know, now that I've discovered that you are my brother, I can't help but think, I can't help but think that we missed out on so much. Our childhood, go on, put it in. You know, it always felt empty without a sibling. But little did I know that I had one all along.
Hey, something else to tell you.
What's that?
Remember when we were 12, and you won that trophy for Little League.
Yeah!
And then you came home after Boy Scout camp one day, and you couldn't find it anywhere.
That's right. I looked for that thing for days.
Yeah. Well, I stole it.
Hello? Where am I? Hello? What is this, the basement?
Hi, V. I brought you a drink. Here you go. How would you like to die?
What? I'm not dying.
Um,
And I'm not drinking this. Why are you trying to kill me?
you stole my husband.
You were abducted!
I was gone for 5 days.
It was a long 5 days. A lot happened here.
I thought you were my friend once.
I'm still your friend. But Robert and I have history.
I come back home and I'm not wanted. I don't have a place. I didn't have a place on the spaceship, and I never had a place before that.
You know, right when you were abducted, do you not remember that he was cheating on you with your twin sister?
I put that behind me.
So it seems like we have a little bit of an issue here. Maybe we can, I don't know, Rochambeau?
How about a drink first?
No!
No. Well, just admit it. You killed your husbands before. You would have killed me if I stood in the way of you getting my husband.
I didn't kill my husbands purposely. They had heart attacks. They were old. And I'm sexy. Woo! And finally, I found a man with a solid heart. I mean, I've been through so much. Can't you just give me this one little thing?
No. Do you want to go for a car ride?
No! And all I have to say to you is, I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
What is it?
I have something that I know you've always wanted.
How do you know about that?
Because I know you well. And I know the reason why you originally came to Beaver Pines.
So make your offer.
I'll give you access to everything you've ever wanted. A second chance at being a real human.
Jack, pick up the phone, come on.
So, I get locked up in jail here, and look who comes to see me first.
Don't be like that. I had to. Things were just too insane. And I think this will be good for you. You'll get a chance to slow down and not commit crimes for 10 to 15 years.
Maddie,
Please forgive me.
forgive you? I thought we were brothers.
We are.
You're supposed to look out for me. I've looked out for you your entire life. Protected you. That's why I did that to the mayor.
Yeah, but frankly, Jack, how good a protection was that? My whole life I've been running in and out of alleyways, evading the cops, lying to them for you, and telling people that, you know, crime is fine as long as you have the right reasons. I mean, I was ready to kill the mayor myself if it would help you. How is that protecting me?
You know what? It doesn't matter anymore, because you've shown me your true colors.
I want to keep coming and visiting you. I don't want to just forget everything we have. I just want it to be better and, you know, legal.
You have a really optimistic view of life, Maddie. I mean, you think I'm going to get 15 to 20 years? They're probably going to hang me for this.
No. No, they wouldn't. I talked to the cops and they assured me it wouldn't be that bad.
They have the death penalty in this state, okay? I don't think the judges around here like me so much. I filled one of the Cadillacs with not so good gas. It was methane.
Do you ever think that maybe it isn't fair for you to be blaming me when you do stuff like that all the time?
Like what?
Like filling a cop car with methane.
It was not a cop car, it was the judge's car. The cop's car I filled with water. Maddie, I thought I could make a change. I thought I could be an upstanding citizen, run a nice gas station.
That you won through gambling.
Yeah, so what? Who cares how I won it? I wanted to run it right and proper. I wanted to do it for you and turn my life around. If this is the thanks I get.
Yeah, this is the thanks you get for everything you've done your whole life. And if we can make a case before the judge that you're trying to do right, and if you just have some time and you get out, you can be better. You can be like Rusty.
I'm not doing my time. Okay? I'm getting out of here.
How are you feeling? Better. You are? You don't look better. No, I'm fine. Rusty, look at me. How many fingers can you see? All of them. How many is that? 5. I'm fine. Rusty, you're bleeding. No, I'm not. Look, I did it. I finally did something good. Rusty, you're gonna make it. Look at me. Look at me. You're gonna make it. I know. I finally earned the respect of my brother and the love of Beverly. No, Rusty. Maurice, will you take me back to that clubhouse? It's still in Stevie's backyard. Anything. Do you have the keys to the door of the bar? Crap. We'll break it down. All right. Just like we did that time we were busted into the school, remember? I remember, Rusty. I remember. Come on.
Dorothea. What do you mean she escaped?
I mean, I went down there with my gun, and she was gone.
This isn't good, Dorothea. She needs to sign the divorce papers that I had drawn up in Mexico City.
She needed to sign them.
Yes. This
So
is
then
law
you
in
divorce-
Mexico.
And what? They're gonna come after you?
I might lose everything. But I'm so glad I have you. I thought I lost you, Dorothea. All the mistakes I've made, all the other women I slept with, your sister? Yes, they were amazing. Yes, they were smarter than you. more willing to experiment. But you're the mother of my 3 kids. And I'm sorry I couldn't give you a 4th one because I'm sterile.
There's something that I need to tell you.
Go ahead.
I know I told you that I had a mother and father.
Okay, yeah, everyone has a mother and father.
But not me. Not me and my twin sister. We were made in a laboratory.
A laboratory?
Yes.
How's that possible?
I'm not exactly sure how the science works. But all I know is I function like a human. Except I don't have a heart.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me, let me get this straight. Those aliens took you up there because you're part alien in the lab?
Yes.
Well, that explains a lot of things. But why didn't you tell me this before?
It didn't seem really important.
Your twin sister too?
Yes, my twin sister too. She got the evil version, and I was the non-evil version.
What about our children? Are they half alien or whatever you are?
I don't know. I think they have hearts. How are they, by the way?
They're with their nanny. They've been with their nanny for 5 days while I've been trying to sort everything out. They're fine.
Good.
Listen, this changes things between you and me now. I don't know if I can be with you anymore. Maybe I should be with Violet after all.
What time is it?
I'm discombobulated. Those aliens had a number on you. You always had a perfect sense of solar time.
I'm going to call Mexico. I'm going to sign those divorce papers.
Adios.
Where have you been? Stuck in a basement. I was drugged by Robert. Is it weird that it kind of turns me on? It's very weird.
Well, why? What did he do?
Dorothy is back from the aliens, and they were gonna go get love again.
Well, that just means we're not having a double wedding.
That's not true. I made it on. For her an offer she couldn't refuse. I need to find a human heart. Do you know where I can get one?
Fortunately, the only person I know who could give you a heart would be Robert.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I kind of feel bad for her. I kind of feel bad for me. I kind of feel bad for you. I kind of feel bad for all the women in Beaver Pines with Robert.
Oh, rightly so. You could have just left it and you feel sorry for all the women in Beaver Pines. It's tough being a woman in this town.
I know, and that's why you were going to make a difference being mayor.
But now I'm going to make a difference being a business owner with Beverly. I'm going to support her gas station. Oh, wait. She doesn't own it anymore.
We need to do something.
Well, first of all, I need to find Maurice and see how his surgery went and get married. I can't wait for you. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm going to go take Robert's heart and give it to Dorothea.
Oh, wait. I didn't mean to take his heart. I meant he's a doctor. He can get you a heart.
Oh, no, I'm going to take his.
Rusty, come, sit. Rusty. Rusty.
I did it, Beverly.
Oh no, you're bleeding.
Just a little bit.
Here, got a cigarette. Rusty, you shouldn't have done it. You should have talked to me first.
I did the grandest thing I've ever done in my life. I just forgot one thing, Beverly. I got so carried away with my zeal that since I didn't do the procedure through any valid medical establishment, there's no one to pay any money for it.
What do you mean?
The whole point was I was going to get $60,000 to give to you. But now there's no money.
Rusty, I feel terrible because part of me wanted you to get the money so that I could have the gas station. Oh, Rusty, you look horrible. Oh, part of me wanted to just have the gas station so I could say, be independent and not need a man. And now that you've done this, I realize that the gas station doesn't matter anymore, Rusty. It doesn't matter.
Do you want a drink?
No, Rusty. What are you drinking? You shouldn't drink anything. It's alcoholic. Oh, dear.
Beverly, I realize that there's no money, but you could still decide to love me if you do. That would be so beautiful, Beverly, if even though I can't help you get back the garage that meant everything to you, which I stole and then cut out my kidney, which proved to be of no help. If you could take me back under those circumstances, I would be so grateful.
Just tell me one thing.
Anything.
And if it's the right thing, then I'll say yes.
And my entire happiness rests on what I say next.
Yes, Rusty, please say the right thing. Say the right thing.
It's something that I've been holding in my heart for all of these years. When I look at you, truly look at you, I feel joy. Would you take me to the ER?
Me? How's she following me?
Get me, Robert.
What are you doing, me?
Keep driving. Actually, yeah, keep driving, and I'm going to catch up to you. Anything to do with the car.
You can't get me, V. Damn it.
Pull over, Robert. Roll out your window. Oh, okay, get out of the car.
What's the meaning of this, V?
I just wanted to see you.
Yeah? I don't know why we were driving away from you.
I don't know. It's like a fun little game. Is your heart racing?
Yes.
I feel it beating out of your chest. I can place it. It's very big and juicy.
Listen to me. Dorothea told me that she's half alien.
Yes,
She's heartless.
I know.
I mean literally heartless, not just figuratively.
I know.
You know.
What does that mean?
Why are you looking at me that way?
Because, like I said, your heart's racing and it's exhilarating.
The way you're looking at me right now, it's making me uncomfortable.
Relax.
You put your hand out.
Yeah,
And you never do that.
I know. Come. Let's sit in the car. I brought you your favorite drink. Take a sip.
Okay.
I feel great. I feel amazing.
Oh, Maurice! It's a miracle! And you have a brother. I'm gonna have a brother.
Well, that's the thing, Olivia.
What?
Rusty made the well, I'm pretty sure he's gonna make the ultimate sacrifice for me. I was reading in the library. And I looked through medical journals. There's one in particular from 1752 in London. A man named Boris. He had the exact same problems that I did. He had...
Schlockinator.
Yes.
I've heard about it.
That's right. You can say what happens next time.
It didn't go well.
That's right.
He didn't die.
No, he didn't.
But he was a changed man forever.
Yes, it turns out the entirety of your personality lives.
And your face turns a weird blotchy brown.
Yes. And also the thing I was about to say.
Which was?
That your entire personality lives in your kidney.
I hadn't read that part.
It's in the appendix. So you see, either way, he's either going to die or he'll be a changed man. He'll never be happy. And that's all he cares about, his happiness. And I took that away from him.
No, you didn't. He did it willingly. And knowing Beverly, she might give him a second chance. What about us, though? We have a new lease on life.
We do.
We can get married.
We have a new lease.
The house with the white picket fence?
That's right, I rented it.
Oh, great.
They didn't want to sell.
We have to live with them?
No, they will move out.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We can live there. We can have the life we wanted. We can have children. We can have...
There's a little problem with the children part.
What's that?
Well, two little problems being you lost your testicles in the war. And another problem being I'm postmenopausal.
No!
I didn't want to tell you, but you know how I get hot all the time when we're together?
I did wonder about that.
It's not just because I'm so attracted to you. I'm low estrogen.
But you told me that you were so attracted to me over and over whenever it happened.
Well, I still... I have no libido whatsoever.
You can't have children.
I know this is sort of a dirty word in Beaver Pines, but we could always adopt.
My wife doesn't understand me.
Did you hear me, honey?
No.
It's not that I don't understand you, it's that there are certain facts of life, and each of those facts suggest we can't procreate. But we could adopt.
You know how this town feels about adoption.
Then maybe we leave this town. We are renting, not buying, so
So we're not committed.
no.
We can go far, far away.
We can go far, far away.
Leave all of our troubles and mistakes that we've ever made in this town behind.
Yes.
Including my brother that I just discovered I had. Potentially dying, changing his personality in some way.
Because it's
Maurice, I will go anywhere with you.
Oh, I'm hot all of a sudden.
Can't stop me, Maddie. I've escaped prison. And I'm gonna blow this gas station high, sky high, fake my death. Stop it.
You can't do this.
Stop, my fingernails have been peeled off. In jail.
Why are you so determined to be a criminal? Why can't you just lead a normal life?
How am I supposed to get out of my criminal lifestyle? I tried to run this gas station as best as I could.
You were charging 3 cents a gallon.
How is that criminal?
It's not, it's just dumb.
But are you seeing the advertising? Criminally low prices. I tried to be good. Where did it wind me up? In jail again, where I met Longorio's men who peeled off my fingernails. I was gonna get a manicure. But you can't stop me. I'm gonna blow this place up. I'm going to, please, fake my own death. I'm gonna run away. You have a choice, man. Are you gonna die too here? And be reborn with me somewhere else? Escape Beaver Pines? Or are we just going to be destined to go around and around and around in the same circles every single day? Weird things happening. Aliens, zombies, who knows what. And then the next day I'm back in prison. It's too much.
Jack, I like Beaver Pines. It's crazy, it's homophobic, it's misogynist, it's all the worst things in the world, but it's our home. It's the people we love. It's the place we were born and raised. I don't want it to just disappear, and I don't want you to disappear out of it. I want you very safely locked behind bars inside of it so that I can visit you. And I don't want you to die, literally or metaphorically. I just want us to try something new. I want us to try being normal, healthy people.
And that all starts with me going to jail for 15 to 20 years.
Your only other option is blowing up the gas station you own and running away. Don't you see? It just makes sense. You've done some bad things. And now I don't think you're a bad person because of it. You know I don't. I love you. But you did bad things. And maybe it's not the worst thing for you to have to deal with that.
Oh, Violet.
Rusty?
Yes. Please. Thank you for coming over.
Yeah, I only have a little bit of time. I'm literally tied up with something.
I know what's going on, Violet. I was walking past the Oregon Black Market den the other night, just for old time's sake.
You were?
I heard that you're going to take Dr. Eastman's heart and put it into his wife.
Ex-wife, but yes.
Don't do it.
Why?
Take mine instead.
Rusty!
Listen to me. You don't know what it's like not to have any kidneys at all. I'm going to both die and my personality has changed. It's very much like the one I have now, except every once in a while I say, bingo, bango. I don't want to live like that.
I think you dropped this organ.
Violet, I know that you and I don't have a long history with each other. And I know that you don't owe me anything, but I am asking you. I have done bad things in my life, and I've tried to make up for them, but every time I try to make up for them, it's like, bingo, bango!
Well, I think it is very noble that you're trying to honor yourself and make right. But Dr. Eastman needs to pay for what he's done
Violet,
to you.
I'm begging.
You think you can waltz back into my life and pretend nothing happened? Well, think again. I will take your heart, and I will take Robert's as well.
Maddie, come in. Come in. Thank you for coming over.
Sure.
I know that it's unusual for me to reach out, but
Especially given current circumstances.
I know, and I hope everything's going okay now that you're running the gas station in place of Jack. I'm sorry that things haven't been going as well under his guidance. But
He never really learned how to... Never mind.
I know. Listen, I need to speak to you about something very important.
Of course.
A long time ago, before my husband Glenn and I were married, Rusty and I were boyfriend and girlfriend. I never told Rusty about this.
That you were boyfriend and girlfriend?
Well, we did talk about that, yes. And the thing is, this is very hard for me to think about because our town has such strong feelings about adoption. Well, you see, I was pregnant with a child. I never told Rusty. I went away for about 9 months. At the end of that 9 months, there was a small, little baby boy in my arms. Beautiful brown eyes, beautiful head of brown hair, looks just like his father. And I held him just long enough to love him and know that he needed a better life. And so I gave you up, Maddie. And Rusty doesn't know it, but he's your father. And I know adoption is a horrible thing. Please forgive me. I was only doing it for your own good.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because
I've been living here, coming to your gas station my entire life.
I know, I was humiliated. It was such a horrible thing to be unwed and pregnant, and then to, of all things, give you up for adoption. It tore my heart out every time I'd see you come in and fill your bicycle tires up with air from the air compressor, and I would watch you grow every year into a beautiful, tall, strapping man, and know that I just couldn't reach out and hug you because you weren't mine anymore.
No, is it true?
It is, Rusty.
I was just wandering past and overheard you.
I thought I saw something moving around the window. Rusty, come inside. You need to know.
You look terrible.
You mean Maddie? Maddie is my son.
Yes. Maddie is your beautiful
What about Jack? Did the same thing happen a few years before?
No, Jack was a different, somebody. Okay. All right, it was Maurice. Before you, there was Maurice, and Jack was your older brother, and I'm sorry.
Bingo! Bingo!
All right, keep your eyes closed. Consider this a welcome back present.
Birthday cake?
Sorta. Look. Oh my God! Robert! He's still alive for now.
I can't move. There's some sort of paralyzed agent.
You're gonna get your heart, just like I said.
What?
It'll just be Robert's.
What's going on?
We're taking your heart and we're giving it to Dorothea.
What? Dorothea? What does that mean? Why did she say that?
Because I told you, I'm half android, alien.
There's ants right now? Are you gonna kill me?
Aliens aren't made of organic matter.
Well, you can't do this. I'm the father of our children.
That's true. But still, you were going to divorce me for her.
Yeah, and you were going to divorce me for her.
Yeah, but this is a little extreme. Can't we just break up?
I really want to know what it's like to be a real human.
And I really want my best friend to know what it's like to be a real human.
It's not all it's cracked up to be. Trust me. We're misogynistic, homophobic. Oh no.
Now, we could do this gently, or we could do this violently.
Check. Goodbye, Dorothea. The only love of my life. And the other woman that I slept with.
Any last requests? You wouldn't.
They told me to kill her.
They sure did.
What? Why are you telling me this now?
Because your father needs you more than ever. And I don't want the gas station anymore. I just want Rusty to live.
Sit down, sit down.
Wait a minute. I can't live much longer. I'm only so glad to know that before I die, I had a chance to meet my son. I can't possibly go on life saying bingo bango. And so I cut out my own heart. I wanted to give it to Violet for Dr. Eastman's lifelong story. But instead, I want to give it to my son. Before I die, which should be soon.
Rusty, if you only understood that when you have a child, they come with all their organs. He has a heart.
I meant it more like a memento.
Like that tooth that you carry around.
Yes,
Like that picture of Becky,
yes,
your daughter that's not with us any longer.
yes.
That you miss every day.
Everything here
Rusty.
in Beaver Pines is so beautiful and so worth holding on to. The trees, the river, the muffins in the morning. I tell you, son, hold on to what life has to offer you and don't squander a minute of it, because there's one more thing I need you to know, and that is...
So you're going to have to wait a while to find out just what happens to Rusty. Is he really dead? I think so. Thank you so much for joining us for our last episode of the season of BEAVER.
Director of Synergy Theater. Spontaneous Soap was conceived and directed by Lynn Shield. The original music and sound effects were created and orchestrated by Roster Drockshaw. Our next show is in October. That's when we kick off our 24-25 season, and we have an amazing season for you. We come back in October right here with Improvised Twilight Zone. Then Improvised Law and Order, and then Improvised Dungeons and Dragons, and finally Improvised Hitchcock, a full-length Hitchcock movie. Going on sale on Monday are our subscriptions and single tickets, so please come back. Subscribe to Synergy Theater. Subscribe. You get all 4 shows for the price of just 3. It's a great deal. We'd love to see you back here for all of our shows. There's some info on the counter. Please take it on your way out. Also, I know you've seen Synergy Theater here in the Leisure Center, but have you ever seen Synergy Theater in a winery in Berkeley while improvising an immersive murder mystery that you're a part of while you're eating dinner? No, never have. Because we have never done that before, but we're doing it on Saturday, August 24th. On Saturday, August 24th at Hammerling Wines in Berkeley, you get food, you get dinner, you get drinks, and you are part of an immersive murder mystery that is improvised around you. It's called Winery at the It's called Murder at the Winery. It's hard with no kidney. Or heart, thank you. So please take a flyer on your way out for that and come see us in Berkeley. Also, if improv looks like fun, it really is. If you're wondering if you could do it, you really can. We teach classes, and I personally teach classes right here in Walnut Creek at the Walnut Creek Arts and Rec Center. We're wrapping up our summer classes now. Our fall classes start in September, so go online to walnutcreekrec.org and take a class with me. We'd love to see you there. There's some info about that on the counter as well. Hey, do you think we have a podcast? Yes, we do! We have a podcast called Improv in Practice with Synergy Theater, created and hosted by a wonderful person named Sarah Wilson, and it's out there everywhere fine podcasts can be heard. So where's Sarah? There's Sarah. So go online and check out the podcast. I think you'd like it a lot. Synergy Theater is a 501c3 charitable organization. We rely very heavily on the generosity of our patrons. That's you. You're our patron. We have a bucket on the way out. If you have a couple of bucks and you don't mind sharing it with us to help us do what we do, we would appreciate that very, very much. And now, finally, it's time for our final raffle ticket of the show. Here's what we're going to do. May I ask you to hold that? We're going to take these suggestions that you were kind enough to give us throughout the show. I'm going to read out 3 of them. If I read one that you wrote, then I need you to jump up and shout out, "Holy moly, I wrote that!" And then you will get a beautiful bar of Synergy Theater Spontaneous Soap. So the first suggestion is, where did you get that picture of my daughter? The second suggestion is, what time is it? And the final suggestion for today is, I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Because you actually stood up and said, "Holy moly, I wrote that." On the way out, you can take 10 extra bars of soap.